Hey there, Derek Thompson, Results Personal Training and Group Fitness. Today I'm going to discuss with you and show you what trigger point therapy or myofascial release or foam rolling as it's also called, or self-myofascial release. It has all of those names. I'm going to teach you a bit about what it is. So oftentimes when you go for a sports massage or when you go to a physio to get help for something, they're going to work on what are termed trigger points in your muscles. Those trigger points can be a problem because they are tender areas within the muscle that tighten up the muscle fibers and weaken the muscle fibers and cause pain in the muscle, in nearby joints, and also can reduce your range of motion and weaken you as well. So, trigger point therapy, myofascial release. What it is, here we have, let's imagine that this is a muscle here, okay? And that's a joint, so let's imagine that's a thigh muscle and a joint here, a knee joint, and then the lower leg here. So, if you have trigger points within the thigh muscle, what it does is, these trigger points can be laid down through an accident that you had years ago, something you've done recently. You know that time, you ever had that time where you turn your head suddenly and your neck goes ping, and you go, oh, and suddenly everything tightens up and you're like, oh, I can't move my neck properly, I can't move it fully. The muscle has just gone in a spasm at that point, and it's because of trigger points in your neck that have activated at that point. Like I said, you could lay down these trigger points and have them sit dormant in your body for years or decades, and then all it takes is bending down to pick up a pen off the floor and oomph, your back goes into spasm. Or a sneeze, or it could be turning your head suddenly, just something simple like that, and the trigger point becomes active. Then you're in trouble because the muscle is shortened, weakened, you get a lot of pain in that area and in nearby joints as well. So I've done a lot of trigger point therapy myself over the years to keep myself going for a long time, and I've used it with a lot of clients as well, and it does work particularly well. And like I said, if you go to a physio or you go to get a deep tissue massage done, guess what they're working on? They're working on your trigger points, right? So even if if you've gone for massage before, you'll probably been told that you've got knots here in your trapezius muscles behind the shoulder blade. Those are trigger points that are sitting there that are easy to feel because they're close to the surface of the skin, so you can actually physically feel those. Those are trigger points, right? But the ones that you have in other parts of your body are not that easy to feel. If you've got them in your glute muscles, it's a big, deep, thick muscle, you're not going to feel the trigger points in it with your hand necessarily, but you'll notice when you do work on them because it'll feel tender when you apply pressure to them. So, like I said, they can shorten the muscle, weaken the muscle, and reduce your range of motion as well. Here we have a thigh, for example. Here's the thigh, here's the knee, here's the lower leg. So if you have trigger points in the thigh, which would typically sit here, okay, and right up here, and here, and here. Okay, and some on the outside in your IT band here. What these do is, again, they're going to pull and they're going to shorten the muscle. They're going to pull this way, pulling the muscle up here, pulling the muscle down here towards the trigger points, okay? And that's going to cause pain in your knee, and it's going to cause the knee to not track properly, causing a lot of discomfort through the knee joint, okay? So, you can work on these trigger points doing a bit of deep tissue work using a foam roller, using a lacrosse ball. I'm going to show you how to do these things, or you can even use your hands or elbows. I mean, that's what physios will do a lot of the time. They use elbows, hands, etc. And that can reduce or deactivate the trigger points, reducing your pain or even eradicating the pain completely. Sometimes you have to do it a lot of times. Okay, you might have to do it 5 times to get a result, or you might have to do it 55 times before you notice some substantial improvement. Some things seem to just be resolved a lot quicker than others. When you do your trigger point therapy, your foam rolling, you're looking for, or using a lacrosse ball, you're looking for a discomfort level. If you had a 0 to 10 scale, okay, with 10 being highest and 0 being lowest, you're looking for a discomfort level of about 7, so it's going to be quite uncomfortable, but not excruciatingly uncomfortable when you're doing it. If it is excruciatingly uncomfortable, then you're going to have to ease off the pressure a bit and just modify how you're doing it so that you're not getting as much discomfort while you're doing it. Otherwise, you're never going to want to do it, right? So that's what trigger point therapy is, or myofascial release, or self-myofascial release, or foam rolling, whatever term you want to put on it. It does work really, really well for improving your range of motion, for rolling back the clock and making you feel years younger, right? If you do this and it eradicates pain and stiffness in your body, it improves your movement and eradicates, you know, all that lots of stiffness, then you're going to feel younger, you're going to feel so much better. So get to it. 3 to 6 times a day on problematic areas. So if you've got real pain in your knees, you need to be doing this frequently, right? 3 to 6 times a day, just a few minutes at a time. But once you've gotten rid of the real serious pain, you can just do a little bit of maintenance work with it, just doing it now and again, maybe once a week. Or if you start doing activities that cause your trigger points to become more active, like running, for example, is quite hard on the calves and hard on the knees and the hips. So you can tend to find your trigger points become more active again more quickly, and you need to do more foam rolling when you're doing those type of activities. Okay, so more on this later. I hope that you've enjoyed watching the video today. If you did, you can hit the like button. You can also hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in future videos. Alright, thanks for watching today and have a great day. Bye for now.